Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and thank you, Honorable Member, for the question. Honorable Speaker, sir, I think most of the answers has been covered in the morning, but I'll just keep it very brief. Government's plan for the 140th Gurmit commemoration, of course, as I spoke in the morning, these celebrations will continue throughout the year. We started our celebrations on the 10th of May in Suva, and well before that, the divisions across the country had organized school-based and divisional-based activities. If I can go back, Honorable Speaker, to what I said in the morning, these Gurmit celebrations for me are not just entertainment. We are currently in the process of compiling documentaries, brochures, and other information that is to be disseminated to all our school children. But if I may add, Honorable Speaker, in order to do that, in order to ignite the passion for the rich legacy and history associated with our Gurmitias, I think what we have already started within our school curriculum is ensuring that we break down language barriers. It's very important for us to understand each other's cultures and heritage, and if we want it to, if we want the legacy to continue in the near future, what we are trying to do is to ensure that we strengthen the teaching of our Vakaviti, conversational Hindi, Fijian, Urdu, Rotuman within our school curriculums. And that, I believe, is laying the foundation of better understanding, about, not only about Gurmitias. And like I said in the morning, we have a Department of Heritage that really needs to pull up its socks, if I can say that. And we have had a word with the director as to how we can build on whatever is around us in terms of our legacy and heritage, not only for the Gurmitias, but every other person, every other individual who has made a contribution to our nation's history must be acknowledged, and we are just going to do that. So celebrations will continue throughout the day, if I can assure you. The curriculum that we currently have, when I say celebrations, again, I mean ensuring that the information flows on to every individual. When I talk about the curriculum, we have a very shallow curriculum when it comes to the indenture system within our social science curriculum. And this is mostly within the lower forms of our secondary school and primary schools. We will be embarking on a major curriculum review, and an integral part of that would be to ensure that we inculcate this into our curriculum, especially for our history and social science lessons. So I can assure the House that we will continue with the dissemination of information, because it's important that we pass this rich heritage, rich legacy left behind by our Gurmitias, as we spoke in the morning. Their contribution should never be forgotten. It must be embedded in our lives, our daily livings. It must be embedded in our curriculum, and because there's so much to learn from that. Their struggles, their hardships, whatever they went through. I mean, I'm sure you and I, if we're whipped today in this age and era, we will not tolerate that. But we had these people who went through abuses, who went through intimidation, who went through slavery, as we called it in the morning, and we need to record that. The second part of the question, Honorable Speaker, is talking about the Gurmit Museum, which was budgeted for in the 2018-2019 budget years. The expressions of interest for the availability of land has already been advertised, and as we secure the land, of course it has to be a land that is of value to us, and we will be embarking on a contemporary monumental structure, something that cannot be just done overnight. A lot of thought and planning will go into this, and we will make sure that we live on our promise. At the moment, 200,000 has been allocated in the budget for preparatory works. And yes, work is in progress, but that's how far we are, seeking land to ensure that we build that museum. Thank you.